Cooking is my specialty. Getting dirty in the kitchen like ODB. Turning these groceries into delicacy. The Carolina cook got the
solid.
The Carolinas,
As I work on my culinary art.
rock and roll to the roll, the rock. Said I'm cooking in the kitchen, it just don't stop.
On this episode of the Carolina Cook Show, I will be doing one of my favorite Chinese takeout dishes. It's known as Triple Delight. It's also known as Triple Fragrance. It's also known as Happy Family. We know it as Happy Family on the takeout menu. So I will be cooking Kuai Lo Jia Ting. Let's go, chef! Okay, I got some Angus beef shoulder steak here. Doesn't really matter what cut of the steak you have. I'm gonna go ahead and trim the fat off while I'm talking. But it doesn't really matter what cut or how tough it is, because I'm gonna show you a meat tenderizing technique that will pretty much tenderize your steak. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the chicken breast.
The Carolina cook got no rest. The Carolina cook got no rest. The Carolina cook got no rest.
Remember how I told y'all about tenderizing the beef? Beef also has grains. So how you slice your beef also plays a factor in the tenderness. Here's the secret to tenderizing that beef and the chicken for the dish. Baking soda. And we're just gonna let this chicken and beef marinate in the baking soda for like 15 minutes. Now baking soda has a nasty taste, so once I marinate it for 15 minutes, I'm gonna rinse it off real well, because you don't want that flavor in your meat. I have some eggs here, 2 cracked eggs. And what I'm gonna do with the eggs is use it as a marinade. I've rinsed the meat off already, pause. I've rinsed the chicken off and the beef off already. From the baking soda marinade to tenderize it. Now, I'm going to marinate it again in some egg yolk and cornstarch to give it a little texture when I hit it with the stir fry. I'm going to show y'all a neat trick of how to remove the egg yolk from the egg white and separate the two, because I'll only be using the egg white. All you're going to need is a soda bottle or a beverage bottle. Now watch this. You just take that bottle, give it a little squeeze, and release it. And it sucks that egg yolk right up. Pause. Squeeze the bottle to release it. 2 yolks from your egg white. We're gonna go ahead and add our egg whites to the beef, some to the scallop, some to the chicken. And we're gonna hit it with some cornstarch. And I'm just gonna give it all a mix. I really wanted shrimp though. Let that marinate in the fridge, and while it's marinating, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my veggies. I got carrots, green onions, baby corn, and onions. I have some drained water chestnuts. I have some rehydrated Hatake mushrooms. They were dry, I put them in water to rehydrate them. I have some asparagus left over that I might throw in here too. All right, so we're gonna get going on prepping the veggies. Yo, I got a super cutting board that the homie gave me. Shout out to the homie. A little trick I learned in culinary school to keep your cutting board stable. Put like a little damp cloth under it. Then set your board on it. That keeps it from moving.
My specialty, getting dirty in the kitchen like ODB, turning these groceries into delicacies. The Carolina cook got no recipe. The Carolina cook got no recipe. The Carolina cook got no recipes. It's the Carolina cook, the Carolina cook, the Carolina.
Rehydrated Hatake mushrooms, water chestnuts, baby corn, chopped garlic, sliced carrot, sliced onion, green onions, and the whites of the green onion, and some asparagus. Y'all, we're gonna add just a little bit of oil to the wok. Just a little bit. You don't want a lot of juice in there yet. Oh. 1 for the meats, 2 for the veggies, 3 for the show, baby. Got those onions. Garlic. Carrots and asparagus. Water chestnuts. Little bit of green onion. Baby corn. Mushroom. Let's add our beef. Oh, I'm gonna need y'all to do better, man. Y'all let me forget to put the broccoli in there. Gotta get that broccoli, man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add my beef to the veggies. Chicken. Add that chicken over here. That got motion by itself right there. Last thing we gotta add is the scallop, the sauces, and the seasonings, and we good. We're gonna wrap it up with them scallops, y'all. Everything high heat, keeping them moving. Don't want nothing sticking to the wok, especially these scallops. Because these are like baby scallops. I gotta be extra careful with these. These my little babies right here. Let them sit every now and then and start getting a sear. Start moving them before they start sticking. The key to the scallops is that they hold a lot of moisture. Like one time during cooking, they released a lot of liquid. So I had to use a strainer, dump them off in there, get that liquid off of them, put more oil in the wok, then put the scallops back in there. See, nice and dry, not overcooked, not sticky. All right, so we're gonna move this over here. We're gonna move this over here, start on our sauce and our seasonings over here. All right, see that high smoke point? You can hear that sizzle. You can see that white smoke coming off. That means it's doing its thing. The flavors are cooking out. Go ahead and add my scallops. Scallops look like sweet peas in there, y'all. Thanks for fooling me to get scallops instead of shrimp, man. These baby scallops, look at them. They look like little beans in there. But I could have just got some shrimp. All right, gonna add our cooking wine to that.
What did you just add in there?
Cooking wine.
I think that's legal.
It's not alcoholic.
That's illegal.
Soy sauce. You can use oyster sauce or hoisin sauce. And you go ahead and add your seasonings of choice. Broth. Since I'm cooking a large quantity, I want like a large amount of sauce. Now when it comes to your seasonings, you get creative. Use what you want. That way you can't tell me something was nasty. You didn't like the way it tastes. If you don't like the way it comes out, you did, not me. Now I have a cornstarch slurry here. This is what's going to thicken your sauce. You don't want to add too much at a time. You want to control that thickness. See what that do before I add more. All right, y'all, we on the last leg of it. I've tasted it, and oh my goodness, this is insanely. Speaking of which, gotta hit it with razzle dazzle. Now let's see how dazzling that razzle dazzle is. Oh my. We're gonna cover it for a couple seconds. Let it do its thing, then it's done. For a little more flavor, we're gonna drizzle it with a little sesame oil. And there you have it, y'all, a hot wok of one of my favorite items from Chinese Takeout. The sky's the limit on the variations of veggies and seafood you can use in this dish. I'm having mine over a bed of white rice. Woo, woo, woo. I will be washing this down with some tropical citrus vitamin water. I am the chef of the United States. When I'm not in the Oval Office, I'm in the Oval Kitchen.